What's up, everybody? This is Wade Merrick from Unparalleled Universe, back with another figure review, and today I'll be reviewing the Dark Knight Trilogy Mafex Batman version 2.0 figure. And here he is. You can't really see him in the package because he's black and the background is black and there's a bad glare, so sorry about that. But here you can see one of his heads, and you can kind of see the other head. Here's his interchangeable hands, his grappling gun, and his other gun. And there's the figure right there. Can't see him very well. On the package we have Batman right here, the Dark Knight Trilogy logo, Batman again. On the side we have the logo and a picture of Batman. On the back we have him posed a couple different ways, and you could also see his accessories, his extra heads. Over here we have the logo and another picture of Batman. And here he is out of the package. So this was a figure that was released a couple years ago. It had a lot of different quality control issues. This one has some too, but it seems like not as many. For articulation, he has a lot. His head could go side to side, could go up and down. He has two neck joints, just like the Joker. He has a ball joint shoulder that kind of plugs into his torso. It doesn't get that much range of motion because of the shoulder pad. But it can go up and it can also go down. It kind of leaves a big gap. And a lot of people were upset with this in the first release because this would pop out easy. He has high bicep swivels, double jointed elbows. He has a ball joint on his wrist and his wrist swivels. He has a torso joint, and he's able to get a decent amount of movement out of there. He could crouch just a little bit. He also has a waist joint. He could go back this much with his torso joint and his waist joint working together. He has hip joints just like the Joker figure, where the leg kind of comes out and allows for his leg to go forward. I think that's a really cool joint. He has double jointed knees. And his ankle seems like it's supposed to rock, but it really doesn't at all. It swivels and goes up and down just a little bit. Goes up kind of good, and it has toe articulation. He's not able to stand flat on his feet for some reason. His toes are always sticking up. His cape has wire in it, and it allows you to bend it. I think that's pretty cool. The only thing is the cape, right out of the package, it kind of looked crumbled. And I didn't like that. I think if I take an iron to it, it'll look a lot nicer. But the wires work pretty good. And I wish the cape was a little bit bigger. But for the most part, it's okay. The wires hold pretty well in any position that you put them in. And as for some of the quality control issues, on the first release, the shoulder would just fall out. In this case, it comes out, but it holds pretty well. So you got to kind of pull it out of there. But it seems like on the first one it would just fall out. But with this one, I really don't like how far the shoulder sits from the torso. I wish that it was sunken in just a little bit more. And on this guy, on the high bicep, it kind of comes out really easy. After just turning it a few times, it'll just pop out. So that kind of sucks, but I mean, if you're careful with it, it's not going to be too big of an issue. It just doesn't make for fluid posing. I could see how it could make somebody pretty upset. The worst quality issue mine has is right here. When you try to pull off the hand, it's stuck onto the peg pretty good, but when it comes off, the ball joint in there kind of just breaks in half. It just seems like it's not connected well. I don't know if you could see that, but see that it just popped right out. I don't know if you could see that, but there it is. And once you put it back in there, it'll stay okay, especially when you put a hand on there, but it's just kind of annoying. Every time you switch out one of the hands, it does this. It kind of makes it difficult for the hands to pop on there, but the straps from the glove kind of hold it back together. And yeah, that's kind of weak, but it doesn't make me hate the figure or anything like that. He comes with a good amount of accessories and multiple sets of hands. Here's his fists, his open hands, and his hand so that he could hold his weapons. He comes with one big gun and his grappling gun. He also comes with 3 different heads, and I don't think the original release came with any alternate heads, so that's cool that they included that this time. And this is the first of the 3. I think this one is sculpted really well. This is the second. I'm not too into this one. I don't think they executed this one very well. And this is the third, which is an unmasked head. And I think that it really looks a lot like Christian Bale. They did a good job. You can't see it here, but mine has some weird paint on his nose. I'm not sure what's up with that. Oh, and this one fits really tight onto his neck, so you can't move it at all except for the joint at the neck and the torso, which allows very little range of motion when you use it by itself. You can't turn this part of the head at all, only right here. And he also comes with a stand that could plug into his back. And I think when you use it like this, it works very well. But it also comes with this clamp that doesn't seem to work well at all. It doesn't really grip him. I mean, you could put it on there and it'll kind of hold, but it doesn't work so well, and it can't fit around the cape at all. But even when it's right there, it falls right off. So it's not very sturdy. I prefer just the piece that plugs right into his back. That one works out pretty good. And here he is along with Mafex Joker, and I think they're scaled together pretty well. Here they are face to face, and I think this is a good figure, and it's unfortunate that it has those quality control issues, because it could have been a great figure. Like, it has a really nice detailed sculpt, has really good paints, has really nice accessories, has all good points of articulation. But I've heard some things like people getting this new 2.0 and, you know, parts falling off and them having to repair them, and that sucks. I mean, I'm happy that mine doesn't have anything too bad like that, but sorry to hear for the people that do. But so thank you very much for watching. Make sure to check out Cool Toy Review and my blog. The links are both in the description below. Peace.